Well, this is the first. This is first time I've actually been out here to do anything, and since I had my kidney taken out. That was quite a deal. Yeah. When I originally went to the emergency room, the emergency doctor said, yeah, you got a fist-sized kidney in there, or a fist-sized cyst on your kidney. And she goes, it doesn't look any different than, picture doesn't look any different than the one we took before of it. And my wife and I together go, what? I never knew I had one on my kidney. So, I went to my regular doctor, and he didn't have the film yet, and he said he wanted to get one with some, first swing, huh? Gotta go smooth here. Still pulling left. Anyway, on my way, he didn't have the film from the emergency room, but on the way home, he called me and said, hey, I've seen that, and I want you to get hold of a specialist. And still, I'll tell him to get you right in to get that CAT scan, whatever it was, with contrast. And so set all that up, and I got lucky because about 5 days later, whoops, hey, I'm back. I had all of that stuff done. Went into the specialist, and he's from a town about 70 miles from here, not connected to this hospital. So he didn't have that morning I did the film with contrast, and that afternoon I saw him, but he's not in their data bank, so he didn't have it yet. But the one the hospital took, he said that he did have that one, so he put it up there, and he goes, yeah, that cyst, yeah, that doesn't bother me, but that does. And there was a tumor on there about the size of about the size of the cyst. Well, and I told some of you before, there's 3-4 options. First one is keep an eye on it. That was definitely out. Second one was they take a needle in. If they're small enough, suck it out and do whatever, and that one was gone. The next one is what they like to do is try to leave some of the kidney, and he said they didn't know. And so about a week later, got a call, and they informed me that they're going to have to take the whole kidney. And they're 99% sure there was cancer on it. And so I get up there and get me ready for the surgery. And he goes, yeah, okay, today, you know what we're doing? I'm doing a hand assist. I didn't know about that. But I got a couple of those scars. This one here goes though from here to here. That's where he stuck his hand in to help. A little cut up there, and there's a little one here was for the scopic type stuff they do. But anyway, before the surgery, he goes, yeah, we're going to go in. We're going to take out the 2 cysts and the tumor and the kidney. You'll take it out. I said, wait a minute. Did you say 2 cysts? He says, yeah, you have 2 cysts in there. So there was another one in there. So after the surgery, he informed me, phone's beeping over here. He informed me that one of the cysts was so big they had to collapse it to get it out through that hole. So, but everything came out, no cancer. So I got off pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But he said to take my time. He said this scar, or not the scar, but this incision here takes months. I'm still probably 2 months out from really going after anything, but it's already been about 2 months and tired of sitting around. But he says about 2 more months it'll be 90% healed. And he says, but that's it. Usually those will only heal back to about 90% strength of what they used to be, so you're more susceptible to hernias. But anyway, this is my, I had a couple of buddies come over and use this the other day. One of my buddies used to work with, and he had a friend he gossed with. They came over. It was his first time in here. They really enjoyed themselves. I sat back right there in the old recliner I got out here and just kind of watched them. And I'm swinging kind of the way I do, always do, but I'm really going to concentrate on it. But right now, today, it's my first time. I'm not taking very many swings. And, one other thing. I started a hobby because I was laid up. And I've heard a couple of you guys talk about the AI music. This is a while back. And I heard something that was done over it and stuff. And, I kind of thought, well, man, that stuff is scary. So I got to looking into it, kind of listening and stuff, and all of a sudden I said, you know what? I want to try it. For 18 years, my wife never got a card from me store-bought, ever. Just wrote everything. Some of it kind of long, and she seemed to like all of it. Then I just kind of stopped doing it. I thought, oh, shit, that's kind of goofy. But I drove trucking for years. I thought, man, that's $1 million song. So it just went through my mind. I ain't got nothing to write it down with. And, guess what? Not in a band, don't sing, don't strum the guitar. And so I just let it slide. So I am now on 23 streaming sites, BiggerBetterDaddy. I know. It's all one word, BiggerBetterDaddy. And I released 4 songs last week. I released 3 more this week. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I showed my sister how I was doing it, and I'll tell you, here's the screwy part about this. My niece was there, and I said, give me a word. What do you want a song about? And she said, crafts. And I said, what? Crafts. Because I make things, crafts. And I go, okay. Make a song about crafts. Unbelievable song. Great song. She loved it. I sent it to her. They were up for my surgery and stuff, and they stayed a couple of days afterwards. I had to be in there 3 days. And but then she said she wanted it. I did it while they were up there, because laying there in bed, something to do. So anyway, I sent it to her. Then I immediately erased it out of my phone, off the site. I use some of those tools. I can't play an instrument. I can't sing. But I think I have some lyrics in me. So yes, the songs you hear from me, Suno, play the music, they're singing a song. But there is not 1 or 2 words I give Suno to make music. And don't get me wrong, there's thousands, if not millions of people doing that shit. A very low count word for me as far as lyrics goes is 450 to 500. Usually I'm 600-700 words, pretty much the whole friggin' song. And I'll put it on there. I'll play it. If they add something or something, I might leave it. If it's good, it fits. And then there's several times what the hell did they put that in there for? I'll take it out. And I use it as a tool. And the only thing I could say, and maybe it's to make myself feel better, but in all honesty, it is true. I don't have a co-writer. Is it legitimate if a guy says he wrote a song, and even if he mentions the other guy, that you got help? How about a thesaurus? How about a rhyme book? They had a lot of those for writers. They still out there. All that stuff is to help you juggle your mind and do that stuff. And I use that kind of stuff when I'm writing in a writing app. I'll go and look up for words and stuff. I don't let it just stick a word in for me, so don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you, back in the day, they had help. Do you know Slash? All of you that are into music, got to know Slash. You're talking about a guy that could play a guitar, never wrote a song, never sang. None of it. I'm just telling you that, and don't get me wrong, I had nothing but mad respect for artists, people who can play. I would love to be able to play music and sing. My wife wouldn't let me karaoke, and that's one of her biggest strengths, because I don't need to be karaokeing. But she really liking the stuff I do. So anyway, I guess all I'm saying that is check it out. It's BiggerBetterDaddy. I've done stuff in, country, rock, blues, R&B. I got a track on there to probably make the Christian channel. It's called Baptized Under Fire. That's a funny song, because I was in the 8th grade, sitting at the end of a pew on a special night down at the old church, and a bunch of other kids were beside me. All of a sudden, they get up, they start going. I stand up. I knew a couple of them. Hey, come on! They're smiling. So I walked up there. Next thing I know, I'm getting water all over me, and I was a hayseed. I had no clue. Anyway, that song kind of describes that whole thing, and I think some of you might enjoy it. So, and I think there's one I should have took the time, and that's about spending time with people you love. You never know when they're going to go, and it takes a look when there's two brothers and sister at the reading of the will, and yeah, then there's one on there, not in the bar. It's about my wife and I meeting at a bar 28 years ago. And, everybody says you don't find someone you want to marry in a bar. People are in there because they're going through something, or they're just out looking for one-nighters, and, you just don't meet someone there. Well, we did, and that song reflects that. And, but anyway, I would appreciate it if you guys would go and check them out. I got 3 more dropping. That'll be at midnight tonight, New York City time. Now, let's get away from all that. I was going to start this a few days ago, but I've been having trouble with my damn blood pressure. And, I'm down to 1 kidney, so I got to really take care of that stuff. So I'm just out here. I don't care where the ball's going right now. I'm just moving my body and swinging. And probably about 15 or 20 more of these. And I'm going to call it. There we go. I'm hitting a foot ahead. Good. See, I've only lost a little bit of what I had. No distance. Hit before it. Oh, yeah. This is me. This should be about a 50-yard club if I could swing. That's a nice smooth swing. I don't know where it's going or how far. Well, look at that. 50 yards. Of course, I'm about 80 yards off to the left, but, what's that matter? Okay. Whoops. Oh, no. Rocket? First part of that name was for you, buddy. I know what that came off of. That's a pretty good smooth swing. Oh, damn, I don't need to be hitting it that far, Phil. I need to settle down. Just take it easy. And a foot behind. More like 6 inches. So I've been watching a lot of you guys. Damn, the community has blown up. I'll tell you that. I gotta give him a little crap. But I don't even know him yet. I don't think I've even traded text or messages with him during the rounds, but I saw someone on what's that one thing? You know, this where we all go to, where you all hook up to get in touch with each other and stuff, find out stuff. Anyway, what the hell's with these guys? They win a couple tournaments in a row, and they think they don't want to break up the flow. Come on, man. I mean, I can't golf that well, but I know some of you out there are pretty damn good, and I actually have a guy or two might come over and start playing, and they're scratch golfers outside. Hey, you know, can I take old Holzer Rocket or D-Lud or those two? Then I got a buddy here that's, you know, have to get a different thing. His name's Phil Mickelson. Could I, you know, just have those on my team every week? Come on, you guys. Let's pull it together out there. Now, I hope you know I'm just joking. But anyway, boy, it's really blowing up. And he does some other stuff. I wanted to do the putting thing, but I just wasn't ready to do anything. And that's probably what I'll start doing. Like I said, this is the very first day, and I just want to kind of swing and kind of help my body just do something. I do a little walking, but I just kind of wanted to do something. And but I'm going to get one of the putting things where you can practice putting, and I'm going to spend a half hour doing that, and then I'm going to spend I'll start out with like 10 to 15 minutes of kind of doing this, and then just keep increasing everything after I do that. Stay at that stage a few times, and then hopefully in a couple months, there's a couple guys on there. I played in 2 of those tournaments. One of them, I think I helped a little bit, you know, and I felt good about it. The guys might not have, but I did. And I want to play again. So I'm hoping I can get back to those little distances over there, and just a little afraid about, you know, exactly when the time would be to start trying to swing full out and what that's going to be like. So, nice and smooth, and that's the way it is. But like I say, I've been watching you guys, and you guys are tearing it up out there. And please don't stop. Wait for me. I mean, it's funny, I was thinking of my dad last night, and he had Alzheimer's, and that's what got him. And I remember times when he would, well, gotta get ready, gotta get up early. Boys are gonna be by and pick me up for work. You know, Dad's like 84 years old, hadn't worked in years. But he seriously thought he was going to work in the morning early. Boys were coming by, and then some days we'd talk to him, and he'd look at us. Oh, that's interesting. Who the hell are you? Yeah, it's heartbreaking. So, but anyway, I wrote a song about just an older guy in general. Could be anybody's dad or granddad, or and it's about counting the days forward, not counting them down, counting them forward. That's the way my dad lived. He didn't say, God, I only got so many days left. He was just wanting the next day come around so he could do something. He was counting them forward. He wasn't counting down. He didn't sit there and oh shit, I only got a month left. And I know sometimes they will, put dates on you when you're getting close and stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know why I brought that up. My mind's been kind of screwed up since I've gone through all this. Not bullshitting you guys enough is what it is. So, I mean, there's a lot of times I've watched you guys and I haven't gotten into chats. But I'm doing better. Like I said, the blood pressure thing has got me a little concerned, especially when I'm down to one kidney. You know, your blood pressure, it could play hell with your kidney. 50-yard shot? Maybe not. Well, maybe I'm just going to retire, guys. I came back. You saw it if you watched this video. And, you know, I don't know what else I can do. But I do appreciate you guys when I was on there and you asked how I was doing and stuff. Didn't have to. And I'm going to hit one more. And we're going to call this good. It's a good workout for me for a first one. Yep. That's my old 62. You know, the only reason I say that's old because I got that right when I started doing this. So I've only had it, hell, a year. So anyway, and Hosel, that's a hell of a job. I haven't looked at it for a while yet. I've just been running into stuff to watch, but that's like TV thing, because I'm always on there going, when the hell is this group going to play? When are these guys playing? And then I see when they're going to play, and someone will go, oh yeah, they just finished and they shot a 16 or whatever it was. And I'm going, they should be on like hole 2. But when you start 45 minutes early and you guys pay attention, there's guys like me out here that want to watch, and when the TV guy is off and you make it off. Anyway. All right. That was the first look at, hopefully, is in a couple months getting back out there with you guys and putting 3 of you every week in fear of you might have a little triple threat on your team. I'll do my best. I'll work on my jokes so I can bring something to it. All right, take care, and I'll be watching you guys tonight and going forward. Later.